What is going on, guys? This is Prodigy, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Overwatch and the upcoming updates, buffs, nerfs, and changes coming into the game when the new patch releases. So, in the background, you see I got some Overwatch gameplay. I'm playing some Roadhog here on Gibraltar. And this gameplay was kind of intense when I was playing it because we were getting absolutely rolled, pretty much the entire map, but at the last second we kind of pulled it together and we were actually able to hold them off. So it was pretty intense. So I think you guys will enjoy that in the background. It was definitely fun to play. One of the reasons I love this game, man. But moving on into the actual updates and changes, I'm going to be starting with some hero changes that were made, some buffs, some nerfs, some tweaks. And we're going to be starting with Mei. Now, Mei got a buff to her ultimate. As you guys know, her ultimate is the Blizzard, which freezes people in a given radius of 8 meters. And they buffed that, so now when she throws the little projectile that starts her Blizzard, it can actually go through barriers now. So if Reinhardt has a shield up, Mei can actually throw her Blizzard through Reinhardt's shield, and the radius has been increased from 8 meters to 10 meters. So a pretty good buff for Mei. I think it was a good decision because it makes it a lot more usable now, especially when defending enemies off of a particular choke point. So I definitely think that was a good change there, and it's not going to make her, necessarily, more annoying or more OP, because I mean, she's definitely not OP. She can't be annoying to play against, but I mean, I feel like she's in a good spot where she is. So good change right there on behalf of Blizzard. Next up is Zenyatta, and Zenyatta got a nerf to his Discord orb. Previously, if you got a Discord orb on you, you would get a 50% damage increase dealt to you. Now this has been dropped to 30%. And I definitely think that that's a good idea because Zenyatta can just spam those Discord orbs out, and pretty much the whole enemy team can just instantly mow you down because they deal so much damage on you with that Discord orb. So I'm glad that they reduced the damage, but as a trade-off, they've increased Zenyatta's base damage from 40 to 46. So the balance kind of ends up balancing out for Zenyatta, but what this does is the teammates will not do as much damage to you. So it's not like a 50% damage increase for the entire team. So I think that was a good trade-off there. So it wasn't really a nerf, it was more sort of a tweak and balance right there. So I'm happy with that. Next up is Lucio, and Lucio got a nerf to his speed boost. When he would use it, he would basically give his teammates 100% speed boost. That's been decreased to 70 because Blizzard felt that was just too fast, and you could, easily get out of situations, or help your teammates get out of situations a little too easily. So I think it was a good change right there. Again, nothing really so far. The hero changes that Blizzard have made have not been, super questionable for me. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing so far. Now, as I say that, we're moving into the big one that everyone's talking about, which is the Genji nerf. Now, I mean, it's pretty safe to say that we can agree that Genji got hit pretty hard with this nerf here. Specifically, what happened here was Genji's double jump no longer resets after a wall climb. So previously, you used to be able to double jump with Genji, immediately hit a wall climb, and then jump off of the wall climb as well. It really added a lot of mobility to him, which was, one of the strong suits of Genji. However, that last jump off of the wall climb you can no longer do, so you can double jump and then hit a wall climb, and then that's pretty much it. And a lot of players are upset about this. I'm kind of upset about it too because I don't feel it was needed. Because with Genji you have to be mobile. That's one of the ways you will succeed as Genji. If you can't be mobile, you're kind of a sitting duck because you only have 200 HP. So you can't exactly tank too much damage. So you got to move around. So I mean, but it is what it is, though. It doesn't make him unplayable. He's definitely still good. But moving on from that, they also made it so that you can't melee right before a swift strike. You used to be able to do a quick melee and then cancel it with the swift strike to basically get like free melee damage before you go into your swift strike. They've changed it so that you can no longer do that, which I think is fair because it was kind of more of an exploit in the first place. So I'm not mad at that change. That's fine to go. And also, Swift Strike no longer bypasses traps, which again I'm fine with. I feel like that's fair. You know, you should be able to have some way to stop Genji's mobility. You know, so I'm definitely okay with that change. And lastly, they reduced the duration of his ultimate, his Dragon Blade, by 2 seconds. So it went down from 8 seconds to 6 seconds. And again, I think that's fair. So the only thing I really have an issue with is the triple jump, the jump off of the wall climb, because I don't really feel like that was necessary. I don't feel like that was making him too difficult to counter, because you know it was just it's part of Genji's strong suit to be mobile. But other than that, I think the changes that they made to Genji were pretty fair. So next, I want to talk about some changes to the competitive game mode, and these are some of the more interesting ones. So first off, they've completely revamped the ranking system. It used to be 1 to 100, now it's 1 to 5,000. All right, so they basically did this so that the discrepancy between skill levels is a little bit higher. You have a wider range of levels to go to, and they feel like it will better measure players' skill in comparison to other players. All right. Which I don't love or hate this. We'll see how it pans out when the season 2 starts. I haven't played competitive on the PTR, only quick play, so we'll see how that goes. And they've actually also added tiers. They've added bronze, silver, gold, diamond, master, and grandmaster. Grandmaster being the highest tier you can possibly reach, from rank 5,000 down to rank 3,500, I believe. I may be wrong about that one. If someone can correct me in the comments if I am. But that's cool. And competitive point values have been multiplied by 10. So previously, if you won a game of competitive, you'd be awarded with 1 competitive point, and now that's been changed to 10. And basically all competitive point values across the board have been multiplied by 10. So golden weapons now cost 3,000 instead of 300, and etc., etc. And I'll kind of explain why they did this in the next one, so it'll make more sense. So the next one is that they've completely removed the sudden death coin flip, and I could not be happier, because no matter what game mode you were playing, no matter what map you were playing, if you were in sudden death and you saw that coin flip, one team always got the short end of the stick. Always. It was never fair. It was never balanced. It was basically just up to chance who was able to win that game. So, I mean, I'm super glad they got rid of that. They've changed it so now that you can get actually a tie in a match, so you can get a draw. But they've also made a lot of changes so make it that draws will very rarely happen. I'm not gonna get into all those changes because I feel like that video would just drag on forever. But I'll try and include a link in the description where it lists all of the changes that they will be making in Overwatch, so you guys can check that out for yourself. But just know that they've made a lot of tweaks to competitive so that draws will happen very rarely. And speaking of draws, since, like I said, that competitive point values have been multiplied by 10, now in the case of a draw, you'll still be awarded competitive points. They'll award you with 3 competitive points, I believe. And that's basically, a big reason why they decided to multiply the competitive point value, so that you could still, get something if you were in a draw. If you were only awarded 1 competitive point for a victory, they couldn't really give you like half a point for a draw. That wouldn't really make sense. So that's why they've done that. And like I said, the draws will be very rare. They can happen, like I said, but they've made a lot of balancing changes and tweaks to the game mode so that a draw will be a rare occurrence. So ultimately, I think this is a step in the right direction. I like the changes that we're seeing so far, and I'm excited for all this stuff to go live, and of course with the new map and everything. Oh, that's cool. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, I would appreciate a like on the video. And that's all from me, guys. This is Prodigy. I'll see you later.